Hi everybody and welcome to August. It's Christina here. First of all, I hope you all fared up very well through July. It was going to be a tough time for a lot of people, and if I recall correctly, it was going to continue on into August. Now, that's actually quite an interesting adventure for me, because as usual, I've chosen 3 cards for the month for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron-Reid. Now, these cards, for me personally, are full of mystery and magic. So they tend to show more the deep side of people, and knowing all the issues that are going on around the place at the moment for a lot of people, I thought this evening, trying to look deeper. Well, let's say that we'll go deeper this month and we'll see what's happening. There's still going to be a lot of strife and kerfuffle going on, unfortunately, throughout August and, as I said, in July, probably into mid-September. Sorry. So make sure you still take good care of yourself, and if you're tired or fatigued and you need that extra little push, please do yourself the world of favour and give yourself a bit of love and a bit of nurturing. So, without further ado, I'll get on to the first cards. I've already pulled them pre-recording, just, because I could. So the first one we've got is called the Desert Prince. Now, the Desert Prince is quite an interesting card because he speaks of survival and false perceptions. So essentially what we're talking about here, or not so much perceptions, are actually, promises, false promises. So where we're going with this one for the beginning of this month is two sides of the coin, actually. So the first side of the coin is for you personally to really push forward on your dreams, no matter how outrageous they seem, no matter how done by everybody else in the world they seem. Every man and his dog has meditation classes, every man and his dog does, whatever. So it's really about understanding your difference and how you can offer similar services as other people if that's your field, but in a much better way, without losing integrity. And I'll talk a little bit about integrity at the end of the reading, because it's featured quite prominently to me throughout the month of July, and integrity is something I take very seriously. And but anyway, we'll go into it a bit later. So with the Desert Prince, he reminds you to really tune into your dreams and follow them through. We're quite an impatient bunch, humans, so we tend to expect everything right now, and the reality of it is that we have an illusion of control, but how much control do we actually have? So essentially, keep focus on your goals and find your pathway and hold on to it. Don't let naysayers tell you can't. So that's the one side of the Desert Prince. The flip side ties more into the false promises and the false perceptions, in that many people unfortunately get, I'm trying to think of the correct words, sucked in. It's not really the right word, but we hear things from people that we admire and we believe them because we trust that person. And essentially what the Desert Prince is saying is to make sure it resonates with you completely. It's great to have, it's great to admire people and be inspired by them, but it's good to make sure that it's for the right reasons. And sometimes when we first meet people, we think they're amazing and they're fabulous, and then we find out sometime later that they're actually full of false promises and illusions, and we can quite often feel dissuaded and disheartened by that. So I guess the Desert Prince is basically saying, hold on to your dreams no matter what. Don't let other people tell you you can't, unless, it's physically an issue, like you can't just, ride your push bike to the moon, for example. But essentially, from a dream perspective, make sure that you truly feel it in your heart and pursue it. Don't let naysayers tell you you can't, because we've just started a new moon cycle, actually. So the new moon's in Leo. So Leo's all about gutso and fire and get up and go and grab the bull by the horns and ride with it. And of course, the new moon's all about beginnings. So, this time of month is a fantastic time of the month to set your goals and go forward for them. And that actually subsequently leads me into the second card, which is called the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Now, I don't know if you can see the piggy there. It's a little Dalai Lama. Oh my God, my words tonight not with me. So yeah, it's gratitude and service. So what this means for you towards the middle of the month is you've been putting in the effort and putting in the planning for your dreams and your hopes and your desires, and you may have little niggles that somebody's not quite right for you, not quite the right mentor or the right guide, or what they're saying may not necessarily be truth to you. So what the High Lord of Gratitude and Service basically means that make sure, first and foremost, that you're in service to yourself. Okay? So make sure that you take the time out for yourself. Make sure that you really honor all of who you are, and don't particularly allow that negative self-talk that we frequently have with ourselves to really interfere, because we are full of programs, some that we've had since childhood and some that we get later as adults, because what we do or what we're interested in or what our gifts are not kosher, or they're not normal, for whatever the definition of normal is. And so we can sometimes go, oh, well, I'm really good at, I don't know, for example, healing. I'm really good at healing, but my husband or my wife or whatever thinks it's a load of cock and bull, so perhaps I should not do it. So what we're talking about with gratitude and service is that be in service to yourself, trust yourself, honor yourself, and if it feels good for you and it makes you feel good and it gives you a sense of fulfillment or purpose, then pretty much stuff everybody else. It's really important for us to maintain balance in this world, and the best way we can do that is to be honest and honoring ourselves. We too many people frequently how do I put this? There's a lot of people that tend to put their faith and their value in a lot of other people, and it's really important for us to stop doing that. It's really important for us to realize how cool we really are, and love ourselves and honor ourselves. And that takes us to the second part of the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, is that be grateful. Really be grateful. Get up every morning and go, my God, I'm grateful that I'm alive. There's a saying that's been around Facebook a few times. I think I've posted it myself, where it says, congratulations, you've survived 100% of all your bad days. Woohoo, And it's true, because when you're in a pickle, we tend to think that it's, it feels like the end, or it feels too hard, or it feels too stressful, or it can be very disheartening. But if you learn to add a little gratitude to your life each day, and just, when you go for a walk in the morning, look at the sun and go, wow, wow, sunshine, that gives us life. That gives life on this planet, it helps things grow, so that in springtime, when the flowers arrive here in Oz, you've got this amazing gratitude for the beautiful flowers that are coming through. Wake up in the mornings and be grateful to be alive, because not everybody gets the opportunity to be alive. And particularly this year, it's been quite a big year of grief for a lot of people. And so it's very important, sort of, well, pretty much for the whole month, I'm being told. It's not, this reading is not beginning, middle, end. This is covering the entire of August because they all need to be put in together. So it's very important to be of service to yourself and be truly grateful for what you have, even the smallest things. One of the things I get teased about, shall we say, is that if I'm walking along and I see 5 cents on the road or the street or whatever, I pick it up, and it's such a big deal. I make such a big deal out of it. And some people go, oh yeah, it's 5 cents, whatever, can't buy anything with it. Me, I go, wow, thank you for giving me 5 cents, because to me, that means that's a sign of opening up the door to more abundance coming through. It's just how I work. But it's about being grateful. So grateful for the little things leads to gratefulness for the bigger things, which leads to bigger and better things in your life. So throughout the month of August, make sure that you do practice gratitude. And it's not just about going, oh yeah, thanks. Put some feeling into it. When you see a beautiful sunrise or a beautiful sunset, look at it with absolute awe. Be that little kid that goes, oh my God, check out that sun. Wow. If you get the opportunity to have an escape for a few days, where you get a day off work, don't go, oh yeah, okay, I've got a day off work, so I suppose I better do the laundry and the vacuuming and the housework. And don't, just do something totally for you. Go to the mountains or go to the beach and just sit in awe. Okay, when you're in awe of the world around you and you practice gratitude every day and you learn to detach from everything, you learn to surrender stuff that you can't control, that weight of life lifts. And it's a really good thing to get into practice for. So throughout the month of August, be grateful, enjoy, have service for yourself, and really stick to it. So then, third card for the month is the Arrow Master. Dun, 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 dun. So beautiful elves. I love elves. Just on a side note. So the Arrow Master, he is very much about ensuring that you stick to target. Okay, so we're talking about keep your eye on the prize. Doesn't matter how long it takes to get there. The prize will come. It always does. Just maybe not in your own time frame, as I've personally discovered many times. I can be quite impatient, and I used to get quite cranky when I didn't get things my way. Thank goodness I've grown up. But essentially, it's about making sure that even though it seems like such a distance away, just keep your eye on the prize. Just straight down the barrel, shoot for it like an arrow. Just find your target and shoot your arrow of intention at it. If you want a new job or you want a new car, or there's something else in your life that you'd like to change, your health, your sleep, whatever it is, that whatever is your prize, whatever is your achievable prize, keep your eye on the prize, okay? And realistically, everything is achievable, except for maybe riding a push bike to the moon. But in terms of everyday stuff, we can achieve most things with a bit of elbow grease, a bit of hard work, a bit of dedication to ourselves, and just keeping your eye on the prize. And the prize is something that gives you the greatest fulfillment and the most joy, that you can think of. So August is really a good month for everyone to just be their most beautiful, amazing selves. Listen to the murmurs of your soul and your heart, and don't let other people tell you you can't, okay? It's really important. I feel like that's the big key thing this month, is don't let other people tell you you can't. So on that note, I'll revert back to the integrity thing. I pride myself on integrity, and I find it personally quite distressing when I stumble across things where there's less than integrity. So my personal message for you guys out there is make sure that you yourself are acting with integrity. So make sure that you are in your own truth and saying yes when you mean yes, not yes when you actually mean no. Understanding your worth, understanding that if someone trusts you enough to open up and share something with them, whether it be a business idea or a skill set or some other thing that they treasure, do the right thing and don't steal it. Don't take it. Don't copy it. Really value the fact that these people have entrusted you with their secrets, because there is already enough lack of integrity in this world without adding to it. So on that note, I hope that your August is smashing. Make sure you look after yourself, take good care of yourself, and until next time, I will see you then.